With over a billion websites on the internet, at least a few of them are bound to be disturbing. In the early 1980s, a British diplomat named John Ramsden captured over 1,800 photos of the vibrant street life of Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam and an epicenter of historical and cultural value. He compiled all of his photos into an exhibition called Hanoi Spirit of Place. At the time, this was a never before seen look into a country that was still very isolated from the Western world. The collection was digitized in the 2000s and the photos were uploaded for all to see on hanoispiritofplace.com. So, the site is a repository for historical photos of northern Vietnam. Okay, yeah, I would think so. But there's a rather disturbing page on the site. Let's rewind for a moment to something totally unrelated, or so it seems. On the night of February 10th, 2013, a New York man named Basid McLean murdered his mother, Tanya Bird, and butchered her body into pieces. McLean claimed that it was his friend who did the killing, but did take responsibility for cutting up her body. After doing so, he took out his phone and snapped a photo that would go down in the annals of internet history. He took a selfie while holding up Bird's decapitated head. The original photo is effectively lost media, but censored versions of it float around the internet to this day. So why is it that HanoiSpiritOfPlace.com has an article about Basid McLean, including a photo of him holding up his mother's head? And it's not just any article, it doesn't cover the case, rather, it's 3,000 plus words romanticizing and glorifying what McLean did. Passages in the article include, quote, "When we look at this picture, we can see the love emanating from both the son and the mother. The warmth in their eyes and the way they hold each other speaks volumes about the affection they have for one another." End quote. And, quote, "This picture reminds us of the circle of life and the changes that occur within families. The son's gesture of holding his mother's head symbolizes the role he has taken on, providing support and love to the one who has always cared for him." End quote. Someone who randomly stumbles onto this website might be quite disturbed. But those who know about SEO and AI writing tools may not be so surprised. It's AI-generated SEO content, created for the sole purpose of making this website be seen. If you take a closer look, you'll immediately notice some red flags about the page. For one, clicking on any of the images and most of the text boxes directs you to an ad sponsor's website. There's a collection of links to other alleged gore media at the bottom of the page, and those lead to advertiser sites too. Furthermore, McLean and Bird are never mentioned by name, nor are any specific details about the case. It's like this article was generated from just the caption of the image. Finally, some of the sentences make no sense from a grammatical point of view. An example of this is the sentence, quote, "The picture of a son holding his mom, head, no blur picture, reflects the special bond between a mother and her child," end quote. In this case, son holding his mom, head, no blur picture are the key words that morbidly curious people would look up to try and find the uncensored photo. That exact phrase, son holding his mom, head, no blur picture, shows up multiple times in the article, which ranks it more favorably in search engines. This page is one big ad in disguise, and, well, its target demographic seems to be people who look up gore on the internet. The rest of the website seems to be a generic image repository and blog. Some of the content actually does relate to Vietnam, like an article mentioning Tet, but others are about totally random topics, like colorful birds from around the world. 3 of the items on the top menu are also ads, taking you to an ad-sponsored website, because of course they are. I looked into the real Hanoi Spirit of Place to see where they had their presence today. I found a YouTube channel with one video from 2013 which interviewed John Ramsden himself. Using the Wayback Machine, I did find a version of the site that looked a lot more credible than the version I saw in 2024. But regrettably, I couldn't find any of the photos. They were probably hosted somewhere else and embedded onto the website, and the original host of the photos is now gone. They do have a Facebook page that's a bit more lively than their YouTube channel. It links to a different website, hanoiafterthewar.photo.blog. This one is true to the original topic and looks pretty interesting, so I recommend you check it out. Just like with the Dial UK website that I covered in another video, the owners didn't renew the domain name, which let somebody else buy it and take advantage of the original site's SEO ranking. I also find it interesting that Besied McLean's case is unusually popular among SEO bait websites. Here's another one of these, with quite a few not safe for work ads, but at least this one has some information about the case. I found one more that straight up redirects you to an adult website. The internet is definitely an interesting place. Did you like exploring this bizarre website with me? Like and subscribe for more content on urban legends, internet mysteries, and the paranormal. Thank you for watching, and have a lovely night.